Hello, welcome to my channel. I'm Miriam and I am making a crochet channel to join the conversation. My favorite thing to do is to watch other YouTubers who are talking about what they've been working on through the week, and I have some whips and FOs to share with you today as I jump into my crochet journey. I want to thank Kristen at Kristen Crochets for inspiring me to jump and just do it. Also, Mary at Slow Crochet is a brand new YouTuber who I've been watching start out, and Mary, you have been also very inspiring to me. Your content with your current whips and FOs and just different ideas. I am just excited to join you guys. I also love to watch Bonnie Barker at Bonnie Bay Crochet. Shannon Talks Yarn is one of my favorite channels. But yeah, definite shout out and thank you to Kristen, who has become a good friend and is just very inspiring to just go ahead and jump in. This first video is going to be rough. Let's just move on. And if you still feel like subscribing after you watch this video, that would be greatly appreciated. So I guess the first thing I'll do is show a finished object. Well, almost finished, gotta weave in the ends, as you guys know. I got this yarn at Hobby Lobby. I will have to look at the specific colorway and I will link it below. But I'm really into mustard, and that's sort of a new thing for me because my general aesthetic, I love purples. It's also interesting that this blanket is worsted weight. My favorite blanket weights are 3 and under. Not just blanket weights, but yarn in general. I really like working with fingering weight and sport weight, DK weight. Those are my favorite. But every once in a while I get in a worsted weight mood. So I made what ended up to be a baby blanket by crocheting some solid granny squares, mostly solid granny squares. And I like how each square ended up being different. So, not sure how well you can see that. Again, this being my first video, I'm not sure how to display the best, but we'll get there. And this is, I don't know if I mentioned, Hobby Lobby's Soft and Sleek. And like I said, I'll put the colorway in the description. I just love how the mustard and a little bit of purple are all incorporated. I think this turned out pretty cute. It's pretty, I don't know. It's pretty artistic for a baby blanket. Usually baby blankets are more baby colors, but I like it. And sometimes the stuff that sells on my Etsy shop fastest is the stuff that looks the least baby-ish. That's a baby blanket. So I am moving away from blankets. I typically make baby blankets and full-size blankets, but Kristen has inspired me to try some other things. Maybe not amigurumi yet, but I will get to that in a moment. Here's another finished object that I have, which is, again, another baby blanket. This is made from fingering weight, and I'll show you the yarn that I used in a moment. But it's basically a granny to infinity using a fingering weight yarn. And shout out to Shannon at Shannon Talks Yarn. She is the first person that I heard use the term granny to infinity. That was new for me. This blanket was so much fun to make. I didn't follow a pattern or anything. I just was working on grannies, and then I did this border using single, half double, and then these little picot stitches. I was watching a TL Yarn Crafts video and she was doing something with picot stitches, and yeah, that's what this blanket needs. So I really like it, and I do like the colors. I like how it goes from the lighter blues to the darker blue. It was throwing me off at first because the blues change tones, but I actually really like it. I like how it turned out. So let me show you the yarn I used for that. This is from Hirschner's, well, technically Willow Yarns. It's called Mural. This I frogged an old project to make this one. I'll put that aside. This colorway is Eventide, and again, it's fingering weight. It's half acrylic, half cotton. I think this might be my favorite type of blend, because when you have both the acrylic and the cotton, it's so soft, but also still cotton. I love cotton. So yeah, this one has 820 yards. So I believe I used 2 of these to make this blanket. But one of the reasons I like it is because it takes so long, which I realize is sort of antithetical to some of our crochet, what we're used to in the crochet world, because crochet is so much faster than knit. However, I really appreciate when I can just veg out and take a long time with a project, which is why, Mary at Slow Crochet, I super appreciate your channel name and what you're sort of talking about over there with just taking it easy and really appreciating, slowing down, taking the time to appreciate our craft. I love crochet. I don't want to rush through my projects. So this is a good yarn to slow you down. It comes in really beautiful colors. And again, this is Eventide, and I really like it a lot. Let's see. Next I have works in progress, and I have 4 works in progress. One that I need to get finished ASAP for a family photo with our extended family is a t-shirt design, and it's by Loopy Handmade. I ordered this on Etsy. This is the back panel. I really like the stitch that she introduced me to. I think it's coming along great. I'll link the pattern in the description. I'm making it with, I think, my new favorite yarn. I really think this is my new favorite. This is Premier Cotton Fair. It's a 2-weight, and it's half cotton, half acrylic, 52 and 48%. It is so soft. It is so easy to work with. It's not splitting for me. The only problem is that you have to unwind it from the outside. So I found a solution. I stole our family's toilet paper holder. It was around here somewhere. And I stick this on the toilet paper holder and unravel it that way. And it works great. And I'm gonna need to buy my family a new toilet paper holder. Anyway, this cotton I cannot recommend enough. I believe I got my original shipment of Cotton Fair from Hirschner's, but then I was in a bit of a crunch because I didn't have enough to finish this shirt. So I ordered the rest on Amazon, I believe, but I typically don't order yarn from Amazon. My favorite yarn is from Hobby Lobby, but I'm not showing a lot of that here for some reason. The next work in progress is a blanket for my son. I made a blanket for myself for my birthday and one for my daughter. And so it's his turn, and he picked, he went the patriotic route, and he picked red, white, and blue. A mistake that I made was getting 24/7 cotton, which is mercerized. I love mercerized cotton for projects like bags. In fact, I have a whip bag sitting here that I made with 24/7 cotton, and it's holding up so nicely. It's definitely strong enough for a bag, and it works great for that purpose. For a blanket, it's a little harsh, but I believe I can wash it a couple times and we'll be good to go. What I've decided to do with his blanket, I'm using a, 4.5 millimeter hook, and this is a 4-weight yarn. It feels a little more like a 3, but it is a 4-weight. What I've decided to do is a corner to corner with big blue and red chunks and then little white strips breaking up the blue and the red. I did not want to make a blanket that accidentally looked like a flag of another country or our country. Like, I just wanted it to be a nod to patriotism and not a flag. So anyway, that's what he picked. My daughter picked the hottest pinks and brightest purples one could find. And someday I'll have a video of finished blankets. I'm hoping to to show some of the blankets that are up at my Etsy shop right now. I'm not really putting a lot of energy into Etsy at the moment, but I would like to take some of those blankets out of storage and just show them in case they are able to inspire a project at your crochet corner, wherever that is in the world. So in this whip bag, I have a Hobby Lobby yarn. There's some behind me as well. It's this paint, I believe it's called Paint Party. Yep, it's called Paint Party. So I love this yarn. Another 4-weight. Sometimes I get in these moods, although over the summer, this one has fallen to the wayside because it's so hot. I don't love working on big blankets in the summertime. It's a perfect wintertime project though. This is a pattern I got on Yarnspirations, and this is how long the blanket is, so it's not very long. Yarnspirations, I'll link that below. This is an addition that I've made to it. I decided to add a puff stitch row, but basically it's just front posts, back posts, let's see, these stitches. It's really simple. I love mindless things that I don't have to count or pay too much attention to. And then lastly, for this week's whips, I have a project that I haven't worked on. I just picked it up this week, but I haven't worked on it since our homeschool co-op wrapped in the spring. This was my co-op project. I only worked on it in between classes at co-op. And then when co-op finished, I put it away and I haven't worked on it since. But this is, I don't know if this is at Hobby Lobby. Please let me know if you've seen it still at Hobby Lobby. I haven't seen it there. This Rainbow Rhapsody, is that gone? I don't know. This is Cornucopia, and it's a 1-weight. Half cotton, half acrylic. That's definitely what I gravitate towards. And basically, this was my first experiment with 1-weight yarns. So all I did was create a waffle stitch, and rainbow blankets tend to do really well for me because I believe, you know, rainbow babies after miscarriage, they're just the perfect little accessory for couples that have gone through heartache and now want a baby blanket. So those typically do pretty well. So I decided with my first soiree into fingering weight, I would do this. And then obviously I branched out and made other things since then with 1-weight. And now I'm in love with 1-weight. But anywho, those are the projects I've worked on this week and finished up this week. I hope to next week have some more progress on some of these, maybe some other finished objects. And I hope to upload a lot. I'm not sure what that's going to look like yet. I'm a homeschooling mom. I have a couple side jobs, and so we're busy around here, but I crochet every single day. This is definitely one of my passions. My grandmother taught me when I was 7, and she is no longer with us, but we actually bought her house. And so it's kind of fun to be here and crochet in the same place that she did for so many years. And that's really special to me. Also, big shout out to, again, Bonnie Barker at Bonnie Bay Crochet, because watching her videos years ago really inspired me to pick it back up. And I really look up to Bonnie as a not just a crocheter or a YouTuber, but as a Christian woman who loves the Lord and homeschooled her kids. And I'm just so excited to meet her at Interweave sometime. I don't know, I can't go this year, but that will be a blast. I can't wait to give you a big hug, Bonnie, and just thank you for, you have inspired me, and you have definitely encouraged me without being aware. So thank you for that. And with that, that's all I've got this week. Thank you so much for getting through this first video, as much of you know, as we're working through it and just figuring things out. Yeah, thanks for watching, and please subscribe or comment or like or whatever you want to do. And let's build this community. I'm really excited to be here. Thanks so much. Have a good one.